Hi. I had an idea a while ago, a week ago, to talk about my school years in sequential order, but something just popped in my head and I need to talk about it. In 7th grade, the cruelest, harshest, meanest way that girls can be bullying, ostracizing, excluding, insulting, degrading each other. The worst thing happened in terms of bullying. A lot of it was in 6th grade and 7th grade. I mean, yeah, there was a fair share of bullying and emotional exclusion, isolation. I don't want to be your partner. I'm going to pass you notes and get you in trouble with the teacher who's like, "Baby, no passing notes. Lunch detention for passing notes." But I didn't touch them. Too bad. That was my 3rd grade teacher. And for some reason, I was placed at the front of the classroom because she wanted to keep her eye on me, the troublemaker. But I still didn't pass any notes. Everyone else passed notes to me. And that was pretty awful. 4th grade, 4th grade was like a love-hate relationship. I liked the atmosphere of my classroom because it was still very childish and little kid friendly. We had a lot of games and puzzles, a couple of iMacs with Bugdim, the computer game, on them. It was kind of like the movie Ants Life, or Ants from... It was like Ants from DreamWorks and Bugs Life from Pixar turned into a computer game for Macs. I remember I loved it, and we had like 6 iMacs, and everyone just always wanted to play that. We had a couch in the classroom. We had a marble jar. The marble jar was basically if good behavior and good accomplishments, and when there were like 150 marbles in the jar almost to the lid, then everyone got a class treat or a prize. And one time my teacher ordered a Subway catering party platter. Another time we went on a field trip, another field trip, another field trip, another field trip. One time we just wanted to go for a walk around town, and she let us do that in groups of like 5 or 6. I think we went to a Mariners game once. 4th grade was okay. The teacher, she had good intentions, but she was burned out. That was actually her last year of teaching 4th grade. I'm not sure if it was her last year of teaching, but pretty close. 5th grade, my teachers were dumb. There was a new teacher fresh out of college, and then there was the old teacher who had previously taught 1st grade for about 10 years. She wasn't very good at teaching 5th grade. My sister and I have agreed that she was better off teaching little kids 1st grade. She wanted to sing all the time. She wanted to treat us and talk to us like we were 6 or 7 all the time. She didn't know how to turn on 5th grade mode in her head. She was a hoarder, and all the cabinets and drawers in the classroom were just filled to the brim of everything random classroom style. Just terrible. 6th grade, I had a teacher who, again, one fresh out of college, another who had been in the job for like 20 years. They sucked. There were some bad bullying incidents in 6th grade, but today I'm going to talk about the 7th grade incident. Not an incident, but if you think Regina George with her slam book was awful, if you think Regina George making photocopies of her slam book pages and posting them all over the school, or those fake web pages making fun of Emily Osment and cyberbully, or all the terrible online instant messaging to Alexa Vega's character in Odd Girl Out, or all the emotional social bullying that Kristen Stewart had to endure in the movie Speak for Lifetime. If you think all of those had terrible bullying. When you're in 7th grade and you're a girl and you have boobs, it's common that most 7th grade girls will have boobs. 12, 13-year-olds, some 14. All have different training bra sizes and regular bra sizes. Even if one of them is the bully and she has boobs, she's a hypocrite. I don't know how it began or when it began, but it was majority of the entire school year. At some point in the beginning of the school year, they started calling me ST. The letters S and T. St. Everyone in the classroom started calling me ST. Everyone in the 7th grade, then everyone in the 6th grade, then the 5th graders, and then the 8th graders. It was a K-8 school, and it was terrible. And another time I'll do a video about why I'm disillusioned by K-8 school method all under one roof. Because I went to a school that did it wrong. Are there schools that are K-8 that get it right? Probably. But show me those schools, and I don't know. I just don't like the idea of kindergarten to 8th grade under one roof. It's not ideal. There's so many expectations in high school. There should be more expectations for middle school and not treat them like overgrown 4th and 5th graders. But that's the way they treated us. And this girl, in hindsight, she had made a pact with everyone in the 7th grade, and then 6th graders, and then with 5th graders, and with 8th graders. One girl made a pact with nearly 250 other kids to not tell me ever what ST meant. But they used it as a weapon. The entire school year, ST was their knife in my heart, their gun with a bullet, their machete to my neck. ST was their go-to insult, besides retarded, or I've talked about this in a previous video, I feel sorry for you. That was also weaponized, that phrase. I feel sorry for you. Daily, weekly, daily, weekly, every day. Retarded, retard. I feel so sorry for you. I feel so bad for you. I feel sorry for you. ST, 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 retard, retarded, 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 ST, ST, behind, broken, damaged. There's something wrong with you. For 3 years. No. Really 2 years, 6th grade and 7th grade. I went to a different school for 8th grade to escape all of that, and I'll cover that in another video, but I just want to say, leaving to go to a new school was my saving grace. And that's probably going to be like a 5-part video. As you can see, there's not much going on in the camera. It's just a blanket and a pillow leaning up against some books. I just wanted to make this about the story and not my ugly ass face. At the end of the school year, no, not at the end of the school year. So come the first week of 8th grade, I'm still at the K-8 school, waiting for that phone call and that letter in the mail to tell me whether I've been number 1 on the wait list, enrolled in the other school. And finally, I get that letter, and I make the decision only to tell 2 people. And that first week of 8th grade, after enduring an entire year, an entire school year, plus summer, of being called ST, used as a weapon against me. Someone finally tells me what it meant. And it didn't make any sense to me because everyone had boobs. ST meant saggy tits. And they told me that, that one girl made a pact with practically everyone from 5th grade to 8th grade that no one could ever tell me what ST meant. How does one 13-year-old girl, have so much emotional and social control over 250 other kids? That's scary. That's weird. I don't think I saw her again from the time I left that K-8 school until the final week of senior year. It turns out I went to the same high school as her. I didn't even know it. It was like an all-girls event, graduation week before graduation day, in the school library, and they had all the 12th grade girls, like all, I don't know, 350 of us crowded in the library. I was at a table, not a chair in the back, but at a table, and this girl was across from me, and she recognized me, and she said my name, and I'm like, yes. And she said her name, and I'm like, oh. Needless to say, she didn't look that much different. Her hair was more abused by straighteners. When we were kids, her hair was like Shirley Temple ringlets, but natural curls. And then in 12th grade, her hair was down to her butt and half straightened, but with more curls and more waves. But she didn't apologize. She acted as if she had never bullied me. She acted as if we had been good friends. She acted as if she said she had missed me and she had thought about me a few times in the past few years. I didn't believe one word. She was a terrible person. Very, very terrible. I'm not using this as an advice video, so all middle schoolers, don't ever do that to someone. All people in the workplace, don't ever do that to someone where you make up a weaponized word or abbreviation for someone and you get other people to use it too, and then you get other people to make a pact with you, the unbreakable vow to never tell the intended person, the target, what the insult means. That's just terrible. A 13-year-old controlling 250 other kids to make them promise to never tell the intended target what the insults mean. That's scary. Fuck Regina George. She was nothing compared to this girl at 13. That's really bad. And that part of the bullying will never be erased from my mind or my memory. That's always going to be there. That one's really damaging because all the girls had boobs from early development to, well developed. Even that girl had boobs, but she didn't care. It was all about her and having control over other people and insulting someone else to make herself feel better. You don't do that to someone. You don't do that. Anyways, they called me ST, retarded. I feel sorry for you. All as weapons. From mostly 6th grade and 7th grade and a little bit in 4th and 5th grade. It was really bad, and I don't recommend that to anyone. I hope no one has to go through that, but We all know bullying exists in schools, and even those schools say, oh, we have anti-bullying rules. We do workshops. Kids are still going to be cruel. When you have them in large groups, aka classes, the human condition takes over and common sense goes out the window. Peer pressure is a big thing. It's just sad that some kids feel the need to bully and harass to that extent that they want to use words and turn them into weapons for fun. That's awful. That's really bad. Anyways, I'm at the almost 16-minute mark. That's enough for today. Thank you for listening to my rant about being bullied in 7th grade and they use words as a weapon and an unbreakable vow from between one student and 250 more. It's really bad. Please don't do that to anyone. Please don't. The end.